bá mi pè é o. Àfíjù. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfíjù. Rédíò. Àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfíjù. Lórí WhatsApp. Àfíjù. Instagram. Àfíjù. Facebook. Àfíjù. Lórí X. Àfíjù. Lórí YouTube. Àfíjù. Lórí TikTok. Àfíjù. Kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfíjù. Ẹ bá mi pè é o. Àfíjù. Rédíò. Àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ àfíjù. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ń wo àfíjù. Rédíò àfíjù. Rédíò àfíjù. Rédíò àfíjù.
Life no get duplicate.
Na so ẹ̀mí ò láàárọ̀ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tẹ́ jẹ́jẹ́ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Make you take am easy.
Na so o.
Radio Afinju says if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink.
Tẹ́ jẹ́jẹ́ o.
Make you take am easy.
Na so.
This awareness is brought to you by Radio Afinju.
Stay informed with news on Radio Afinju.
The time is 2 minutes past 7 and you're welcome to newspaper headlines on Radio Afinju. And also I say happy Sunday to you wherever you're listening to us from. My name is Tolulope Awoyale, and if you're yet to follow us on our social media platforms, kindly go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, all at Radio Afinju. You can also listen to us on our website at www.afinjufm.com and also on Zeno Radio and on Zeno Radio Garden. Yeah, you can also listen to us at Afinju FM. Once again, I say you're welcome to newspaper headlines, where we bring you the news making the waves in our national dailies and also on the front pages of our national dailies. So with me this morning, I have the Punch newspaper, I have the Daily Post, I have Vanguard newspaper, and I have the Nation newspaper with me. Yeah, so the headlines this morning with me, picking from the Punch newspaper first, I have this one making the front page of the newspaper this morning. Says, presidency kicks as PDP governors accuse federal government of untold anti-democratic actions. And the rider under it says, governors condemn intimidation and militarization of by-elections. Another rider under it says, allegations baseless, they're hurting from the election losses by the presidency. That can be found on the page 3 of the Sunday Punch this morning. Now moving on to the left top corner of the Sunday Punch, 2027 ADC struggles over Atiku and obese indecision. That is on the page 3 also of the Punch newspaper. Now to the right top corner of the Punch newspaper, Igboho to Oni, beg Tinubu to remove me from wanted list. That's on the page 8. And now to the left side of the Sunday Punch this morning, delayed appointment and career diplomat face retirement. Page 6 of the Sunday Punch, you can find that there this morning. Nigerians dying daily in South Africa after hospital ban. President of Nigeria Community Nwobi says. That's on the page 19 of the Sunday Punch this morning. Representatives query NERC over 59 billion naira metering funds. That's on the page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. That's all I'll be picking from the Sunday Punch this morning. Now, moving on to the Nation newspaper this morning. The banner headline here says 2027 Governors in Power game to pick successors. And the writer under it says Abiodun, Makinde, Abdulrazak keep cards close to chest. Another writer says anxiety in state as aspirant intensify consultations, and that is on the page 8 of the Nation newspaper this morning. To the left top corner of the Nation, alleged multi-million-dollar fraud, Atiku's in-law feign medical emergency, and the writer under it says suspected accused of acting as drain pipe for top NNPC officials. Another writer says risk seizures of private jet. That's on the page 2 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Now to the right top corner of the Nation newspaper, how Dangote escaped multi-billion naira fraud, IGP tells court. And the writer under it says court orders arrest of 5 Asians. Another writer here says freezes 5 accounts to which billions are traced. That's on the page 5 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the Nation, I'm not desperate to become president, Atiku says, and that's on the page 7 of the Nation newspaper. No one can derail our national convention, PDP governor vows. That's on the page 6. And the last headline I'll be picking on the Nation newspaper this morning, NAV strikes kills 35 terrorists near Nigerian and Cameroon border. That's on the page 6 of the Nation newspaper this morning. That will be all from the Nation newspaper this morning. Now moving on to the Sunday Tribune, the banner headline here reads, PDP governor talks stuff. The writer here says, we will resist attempts to derail our convention, they warn. Give full backing to Ibadan convention. Another writer says, APC responsible for intimidation during August 16 by-election. That's on the page 4 also of the Sunday Tribune. Now to the top part of the Sunday Tribune newspaper. For electoral sanity and credibility, next INEC chairman should not be from academia, retired Army General says. That's on the page 14 of the Sunday Tribune. And now, still on the Sunday Tribune, I'm not desperate to be president, Atiku says. And the last one I'll be picking here on the Sunday Tribune says, man murders brother pregnant wife and dismember a body in Ilorin. That is on the page 8 of the Sunday Tribune. And to the last newspaper I'll be picking this morning, which is the This Day newspaper. The banner headline says, PDP governors to party faithful resist attempt by anti-party forces to derail convention. The writer under it says, accuses APC of intimidation, anti-democratic actions in the last by-election. Another writer says, commend resilience of members in overcoming defections. That is on the page 5 of This Day newspaper this morning. To the top part of This Day newspaper, despite macroeconomic headwinds, 15 Nigerian companies post 12.7 trillion naira revenue in H1 2025. And the last headline we're picking on This Day newspaper this morning says, Obasanjo Malima, over 20,000 lawyers gather in Enugu for 2025 NBA conference. And that is on the page 5 of This Day newspaper. Yes, so that is all the newspaper I'll be bringing to your hearings this morning. You can see that they were all detailed and very well informed. So we're going on a short break now, and then when we come back, we'll bring you the story in full. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. You're welcome back. This is still newspaper headlines on Radio Afinjo, and I'm bringing you the news making the waves in our national daily. So I'm picking the Punch newspaper first this morning, and this headline here says, Presidency kicks as PDP governors accuse federal government of untold anti-democratic actions. Governors elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party have accused the federal government of intimidation and anti-democratic actions during just concluded by-elections in the country. But the presidency described the allegation as baseless, adding that governors were merely hurting from the losses at the polls. Allegations of vote buying, violence, and low voter turnout had trailed the August 9 by-elections, which were conducted to fill vacant senatorial and House of Representatives seats following the death and resignation of former occupants. At the end of the exercise, the All Progressive Congress won elections in 12 constituencies, while the PDP won just only one, and the All Progressive Grand Alliance picked up 2, and the New Nigerian People's Party clinched onto 1. But the People Democratic Party and other opposition parties, including the African Democratic Congress and the NNPP, rejected the outcome, accusing the ruling party of using federal might to rig elections in several states. In a communique issued at the end of the meeting in Gusau, Zamfara State on Saturday, the Governors Forum alleged that the polls were marred by intimidation and excessive deployment of security forces. The forum condemns the over-militarization of the last Sunday's by-elections characterized by widespread irregularities, vote buying and violence, and calls on Nigerians to serious intimidation and untold anti-democratic actions of the APC-led federal government in the by-election, the communique read. The governors commended the resilience of the party in standing against orchestrated defections, and they added that the distraction would not diminish the PDP's appeal or the growing public yearning for return of affordable living and relative security experience under the PDP-led administration. The news is well detailed on the Punch newspaper this morning. It says, Presidency kicks as PDP governors accuse federal government of untold anti-democratic actions. I'm still on the Punch newspaper this morning, picking those other one that says 2027 ADC struggles over Atiku and Obi indecision. With the 2027 general elections fast approaching, the coalition party African Democratic Congress is battling internal uncertainty as the anticipated membership of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi remain stalled and leaving the party's future direction unclear. Several credible sources within the coalition who spoke on condition of anonymity as they were not compromised and authorized to comment, told our correspondent that the party was struggling to gain traction due to the refusal of Atiku and Obi and other key political figures to join its ranks. They further disclosed that delays by the Independent National Electoral Commission is recognizing Senator David Mark's leadership of the ADC, and coupled with the ongoing legal dispute and financial constraint that has hampered the coalition's growth. Responding to inquiries, the ADC National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi dismissed suggestions of uncertainty, stressing that the party remains firmly on track. In an effort to forge a united front capable of challenging President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 elections, prominent opposition figures launched a new coalition movement in Abuja on March 20th, a move that immediately triggered nationwide debate on the prospect of a consolidated opposition. Following weeks of consultations, Obi, Atiku, ex-Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amici, and several others convened in Abuja on July 1st to adopt the ADC's coalition political platform, and they pledged their support for the party, which is currently under the interim leadership of Mark as national chairman and Rauf Aregbesola as national secretary. The news is also well detailed on the Punch this morning. It says ADC struggles over Atiku and Obi's indecision. Still on the Sunday Punch of Soul, I'm picking this story here. It says Igboho to Oni, beg Tinubu to remove me from wanted list. Yoruba Nation activist Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Igboho, has sought the assistance of the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, over his inability to access his account. He urged the monarch to plead on his behalf with President Bola Tinubu for him to be removed from the federal government wanted list. Igbo was declared wanted in July 2021 by Department of State Services for allegedly stockpiling arms and ammunition. Speaking during his visit to the Oni at Ile Odua Palace in Ile-Ife on Saturday, Igbo, who was accompanied by a large number of friends, associates, and apologized for his past verbal attack against Oba Ogunwusi. Says, I want you to forgive and forget whatever wrong I have done to you, doing before, and I am still on the federal government wanted list. I want you to help me clear my name from the wanted persons list. Also, my account is frozen and I want you to assist me with that. When I visited Oluwo of Owo, the monarch asked if I had seen the Oni and I told him no, and the monarch told me to come see you. You are the overall authority. Commenting on the security situation in Southwest, the activist restated his readiness to flush out criminals hiding in forests in the region. He added that the organized summit and he was in Germany but joined virtually. During the event, you honored me, and after the program, I burst into tears because I was overwhelmed with emotions. Responding, Oba Ogunwusi commended Igboho's commitments to the Yoruba cause and declared that he had forgiven him for the past verbal attack on the wanted list. The news is also well detailed on the Punch newspaper this morning. Says Igboho to Oni begged Tinubu to remove me from the wanted list. Now the last news I'll be picking on the Sunday Punch this morning says Delta Police arrest 9-man robbery gang. The Delta State Police Command has arrested a 9-man robbery syndicate said to be terrorizing part of the state and neighboring Edo. The command spokesman Bright Edafe in a statement said the suspects were apprehended at different locations between August 11 and 16 following credible intelligence by operatives of the Commissioner of Police Special Assignment Team. According to Edafe, the syndicate specialized in opportunizing unsuspecting victims before disposing them of valuables, including phones, motorcycles, jewelry, and looting their bank accounts. The suspect operates mainly in Warri, Ughelli, and other parts of Delta and Edo State, said. The police image maker disclosed the exhibit recovered from the gang included 2 Toyota Camry cars and 16 suspected stolen iPhones. Preliminary investigation revealed that the suspect defrauded their victims of a total of 23.5 million naira and stole no fewer than 42 lady motorcycles, he added. He noted that the suspect and recovered items were in custody while further investigation was ongoing. The news is also well detailed on the Punch newspaper this morning. It says Delta Police arrest 9-man robbery gang. Now moving on to the Nation newspaper, and I'm picking the first story here that says 2027 Governors in Power game to pick successors. All appears not to be well between many second-term governors and party stakeholders over the succession of government houses in 2027, an investigation by our correspondent has shown. The rank and file of the All Progressives Congress APC in Lagos, Ogun, Kwara and Nasarawa, as well as those of the People's Democratic Party PDP in Oyo and Adamawa, are worried that the governors are keeping them in the dark over their possible replacement. Alleged governorship aspiration of the Minister of Petroleum Resources, Ekperikwe Ekpo, on the platform of APC in Akwa Ibom State is generating tension of its own. Sources said Governor Umo Eno of Edo State has been assured by APC hierarchy of a second-term ticket as a condition of his defection from PDP in June. Party members in the state are upset, and the minister's aspiration could threaten internal cohesion. Members of the APC in Lagos State are eager to know the party's stand on its possible flag bearer in 2027 and the senatorial district it might come from. Eyes on the Center of Excellence for 3 reasons. The first is that the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, will be completing his second term in 2027, and succession politics fills the air. Across the political parties, the nomination of candidates will follow the usual complex and challenging processes. And the second is that Lagos is the base of the president, and at least in the ruling party, the bulk may stop at his table. The news is well detailed on The Nation this morning. Says 2027 governors in power game to pick successor. Still on The Nation newspaper this morning, picking this here, it says, "I'm not desperate to be president," Atiku says. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and PDP presidential candidate in 2023 says he is more interested in better Nigeria than being president. Abubakar said this while speaking at an affirmation ceremony for new defectors in African Democratic Congress ADC Saturday in Lagos. Some PDP and Labour Party bigwigs proclaimed their membership of ADC at the ceremony. Abubakar, who was the guest speaker at the program, was represented by Professor Olateju of the Achievers University of Ondo State. The former PDP candidate, along with some like-minded opposition politicians, recently resigned his membership of the party to join the ADC. Abubakar said he was not desperate to lead the country, but he was eager for a better, secure, and prosperous country. Atiku Abubakar's plan is to build a better Nigeria, so it's not about him being president. It's about having a better government, a good government that would be able to deliver for Nigerians. It is not a personal thing for him, and that's why some of us are with him. It's not about Atiku not having the president at all cost. He said the movement in ADC was for repositioning the country and taking it to greater heights. It's no longer politics as usual. It's a new beginning, a new journey, and it is a new phase. The news is well detailed on The Nation this morning. Says, "I'm not desperate to be president," Atiku says. Well, would know if he's actually not desperate to be president or not, because it's obvious to everyone that Atiku has been running for president since we've known him for. Yes. Okay, so I'm still on The Nation this morning. Picking this one, says 10,000 jobs created as Sanwo-Olu opens Oluremi Tinubu Leather Hub in Lagos. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has renamed the Lagos Industrial Leather Hub after the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. The facility is equipped with modern high technologies to support nano, micro, and small and medium enterprises, enabling mass production of shoes, bags, belts, packaging materials, and other leather products. Making the announcement at the official launch of the Matori area of Mushin, Sanwo-Olu affirmed that the gesture was to honor the First Lady for her unwavering support, contributions to women and youth empowerment, and commitments to community development. The governor noted that the state-of-art leather processing and manufacturing facility was projected to create 10,000 direct jobs and generate over $250 million in annual export turnover when fully operational. This is a state-of-art, first of its kind in our country. Is more than a bricks, is more than steel, and is more than machinery. It represents a gateway to global competitiveness, to Nigeria's never-fading chain of gold. It's a launch pad for thousands of decent jobs and shining example of the power to visionary governors and promising partnership between the federal government and the state government. It is therefore my single honor, given that this hub stands for, on the behalf of the powers vested in me as your governor, that I seek your concurrence that would be renaming this hub as Senator Oluremi Tinubu Industrial Leather Hub, he said. In a response, Senator Oluremi Tinubu praised President Bola Tinubu's vision for economic diversification through industrialization, innovation, and creative industries, noting that the new leather hub will serve as a center of processing, footwear production, and training to help artisans compete globally. The news is well detailed on The Nation newspaper this morning. It says 10,000 jobs created as Sanwo-Olu opens Oluremi Tinubu Leather Hub in Lagos. Well, this is also a new development, and it is actually an avenue for employment for mostly youth, and this is actually a great one from the government. We'll see as it progresses and as time goes on, we'll also bring more news definitely about it. Now, moving on to the Nigerian Tribune this morning, and I'm picking this. This news is actually going to question a lot. And the headline here says, police can search you without warrant, Delta State Command PRO says. The Public Relations Officer PRO, Delta State Police Command, Wright Edafe, has said that police officers have the authority to search people's pockets and bags without a warrant if there is reasonable suspicion. Edafe disclosed this post on X on Saturday while announcing the arrest of a suspected thief found in possession of firearm. Do the police have the right to search you randomly without a search warrant? The answer is yes. Search you, not your houses or your phones, but search you, your bag, pocket is allowed. This chap was standing at a club around 5 a.m. looking suspicious when operative of RRS intercepted and searched him, but his gun was recovered, and listened to his reason for taking the gun to the club. In the video that accompanying the post, Edafe explained how operative of the Rapid Response Squad on visibility patrol around DBS Road near Dawn and Master intercepted a young man who was carrying a bag in a suspicious manner. He said while operatives of the Rapid Response Squad of the Delta State Police Command were on visibility patrol around DBS Road, they saw this young man carrying a bag while sighted in a suspicious manner, and he was intercepted and searched. When his bag was searched, the gun was found in his bag. This is the magazine and their ammunitions that were recovered from him. Edafe further revealed that the suspect, identified as a 39-year-old Basi Udo from Akwa Ibom, was linked to stealing generators in the state. At times, they use the gate to come out and also take through the fence. That is the time of the operation, usually between the hours of 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. is said. Udo, who was admitted in Delta State for 3 years, confessed that he had burgled about 9 houses to steal generators since he began the business 2 months ago. On the firearm, the suspect claimed that he was not using it for robbery, but rather than to show off at a nightclub. Well, the news is also well detailed on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. It says, police can search you without a warrant, Delta State Police Command PRO says. And now I'm going on to, still on the Nigerian Tribune, picking this headline before we go on a short break now. Pregnant woman brutally murdered by husband's young brother in Kwara State. A 39-year-old pregnant woman identified as Mrs. Esther Enemo has been murdered in a gruesome manner and her body dismembered in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Our correspondent gathered that the killing, which happened at Temidire community, Egbejila Road, Ilorin, was allegedly carried out by the younger brother of the victim's husband, one Mr. Sylvester Enemo, aged 29 years. Residents said the victim, whose husband is a trader in agriculture chemicals and equipment in a border town in Kwara North District, have been alone on Wednesday night. According to neighbors, she was expecting a visitor that evening and was seen purchasing bottles of beers and plates of pepper soup before retreating indoors. By dawn, suspicion arose when a neighbor reportedly confronted a trail on closer inspection turned out to be blood. Alarms was raised immediately, drawing other members of the community. Body parts suspected to belong to the victim, including her arm, leg, and internal organs, were later discovered in nearby bushes, while the head was nowhere to be found. The police sources confirmed that the case had been transferred from the Budo Nuhu Divisional Headquarters along Airport Road to the State Criminal Investigation Department in Ilorin for further probe. The police Public Relations Officer PPRO Tom Ejire Adeyemi, who confirmed the incidents as a culpable homicide, said the suspect has been arrested, and the PPRO added that the Kwara State Police Command wishes to inform the members of the public that the tragic incident at Temidire Community, Egbejila Road, Ilorin, and the suspect has been arrested. While the command deeply regrets the unfortunate incident, we appeal to the members of the public to remain calm and avoid speculation culpable of inciting fear or tension within the community, and the police are fully committed to unraveling the circumstances surrounding this incident and bringing all perpetrators to feel the full weight of the law. And the news is also well detailed on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. You can also read more on it. It says pregnant woman brutally murdered by husband's younger brother in Kwara State. Right now we'll go on a short break, and then when we come back, we'll continue with the news. Don't go anywhere.
From the creation story in Genesis to the promises of Revelation, the Bible is filled with stories that have inspired moments and transformed lives in so many ways. Discover how these ancient accounts still speak to us in this modern world. Let's explore the Bible together and uncover the treasures within.
So join me, Pearl Durotoye, as I delve into the rich tapestry of Bible stories every Sunday, 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Radio Afinju. God is love. Maka akụkọ okwu gbasara ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị, egwu ma ọ bụ ihe na-eme na Nigeria ma ọ bụ ihe na-eme na mba ofesi, omenani, mgbasa ozi. Ihe ndị a niile dị na Radio Afinju. N'eziokwu, Radio Afinju bụ nke izizi na radio stations na Osun State. Radio Afinju bụ amaala na ịgbasa ozi. Our help is in the name of the Lord. Our help is in the name of the Lord. For the Lord our God is mighty.
I will praise you in the sanctuary.
Your Sunday experience just got better with elevating gospel gems and gist that will put you in the right atmosphere.
Them say the blessing where you do, them say salvation where you do, We are victorious. We are victorious.
Searching for where to get news about your favorite gospel icon or know what's trending in a Christendom? Gospel and Vibes is your every Sunday tonic, packed with two amazing segments. The ultimate Sunday blessings, where you listen to beautiful gospel gems guaranteed to get you praising the Almighty. You also get to listen to the latest gospel and church gist, keeping you updated about what's trending in the gospel scene. Listen to the scripture through God's servants with inspiring messages to uplift and empower you. Join Bukola Karim, The Books, and Tolulope Awoyale, Tiana, every Sunday from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. for Gospel and Vibes, for an unforgettable experience that will leave you feeling uplifted, inspired, and connected to your faith. So get ready to elevate your spirit and ignite your soul.
Authentic Caro. Idan kana neman labarin da ya cika, maganan siyasa,
akwai lokacin da sai kawo telecommunication,
wakokin zamani na kasa da na kasan waje, idan kana so ka tsuwa ko ka tsaya, duka zaka samu a Radio Afinju. Kwarai da gaske, Radio Afinju ne shugaban radio a nan Osogbo, Osun State. Radio Afinju in tsarin yana da labari mai inganci da kyau. Radio Afinju, an impeccable dimension to broadcasting. For the best music,
Show me capital business, show me character dickiness,
season sport presentation.
Round 10 begins. If they complete this round,
balanced and objective news reportage,
and all-round entertainment.
Listen to the jewel of the pack of radios in this class.
Tune in
to Radio Afinju right here in Osogbo, Osun State.
For up-to-date tori wey no get filter.
Politics matter.
Sports.
ya lo hace. Pierna derecha, directo al arco. ¡Golazo! ¡Golazo!
Culture. Naija and obodo oyibo music. Advertisement wey go reach your customer home and abroad.
This is incredible.
Radio Afinju, you go hear am.
You can't be serious.
Na so. Radio Afinju be baba for all radio stations wey dey Osogbo, Osun State. Radio Afinju na better level for broadcasting.
Alrighty then.
Here on Doc on Radio, we are shining a light on
Your well-being should always come first. Insight from nutrition to fitness, from top doctors to latest medical research. We've got it all, bringing you expert advice, answering your burning questions, and helping you live a healthier and happier life. How cool is that? Join Pearl Durotoye every Monday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. only on Radio Afinju for Doc on Radio. Watch us live and follow Radio Afinju on Facebook and YouTube so you don't miss out, because your health matters and great health is something you deserve.
Do you enjoy exploring new stories, meeting great authors, and diving into the world of literature? Are you aware that a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies? The Book Club on Radio Afinju is a safe place for book lovers like you, the radio show that brings books to life. Join us as we review exciting books, interview amazing authors, and connect with fellow book enthusiasts just like you. Whether it's fiction, self-development, history, or poetry, we've got something for everyone. Don't just read, experience books in a whole new way. Catch the book club with Bukola Karim, The Books, where we analyze new books by different authors, exploring the themes, characters, and plot twists that make reading so unforgettable. From fiction to non-fiction, classics to contemporary bestsellers, we'll cover it all. Join us on the Book Club every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. on Radio Afinju. Share your thoughts and hear from fellow book lovers. Watch us live and follow Radio Afinju on Facebook and YouTube so you don't miss out. The Book Club. Let's turn the pages together.
You're welcome back from that break, and this is still newspaper headlines on Radio Afinju, where I'm still bringing you the news making the waves in our national dailies. Now, moving on to Daily Post newspaper, and I'm picking this news here that says Abia OT receives ex-deputy governor into Labour Party. The story reads, Abia State Governor Alex Oti has received the immediate past Deputy Governor of Abia State, Ude Okochukwu, and hundreds of his supporters into the Labour Party. During the reception at Nkporo Oafia local government area, the governor disclosed that Okochukwu privately supported his election in 2023 despite being in the People's Democratic Party (PDP). He described Okochukwu as a man who was always respected him when they were in opposing parties, and expressed joy that the newest Labour Party member has taken a bold and weighty step and decision in quitting the PDP. The election in 2023 was different because it was about individuals, and I stand bold to say that throughout the campaigns and election proper, Ude Okochukwu supported us fully, and I am happy to welcome you into the Labour Party, he said. He assured the former deputy governor of fair treatment and equal opportunity in his new political family, adding that he would not suffer any discrimination. And earlier in his speech, the former deputy governor of Abia State, Ude Okochukwu, said that his decision to join the Labour Party was informed by Governor Alex Oti's achievement in office. He also praised Oti for reconstructing the neglected Umaya Uzoakoli Ankara Oafia Road, which according to him has enhanced transportation in the access. The news is well detailed on the Daily Post website this morning. Says Abia OT receives ex-deputy governor into Labour Party. Still on the Daily Post this morning, picking the story that says flood kills 2 in Mexico. 2 people died in central Mexico from flooding caused by heavy rains, local authorities said on Saturday, as severe downpours continued to batter parts of the country. 2 bodies were found in the city of Querétaro shortly after midnight, and civil protection reporters said. They were swept away by rainwater, the reporter said. Querétaro faced heavy rainfall on Saturday, causing damage to property and prompting federal authorities to initiate military emergency response plan. In Mexico City, also lashed by downpours, operations at Benito Juárez International Airport, one Latin America busiest, were briefly halted on Saturday due to poor visibility. Earlier this month, flooding in capital and surrounding areas disrupted flights at the same airport, which served as more than 45 million passengers in 2024. Mexico experiences major storms every year, usually between May and November. But the Latin American country has experienced an unusually wet year, particularly in the capital, where the storms have been the heaviest since 1952, according to official records. The National Water Commission reported June as the third rainiest month since 1985, and scientists have shown that human-driven climate change is causing more intense weather, make a destructive flood more likely. The news is also well detailed on the Daily Post website this morning. It says flood kills 2 in Mexico. Now I'm moving on to the Daily Post newspaper this morning, picking the story here that says Kaduna NUJ chairman loses wife, and this will be the last story I'll be picking this morning. The wife of the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Kaduna State Council, Hajara Alabelewi of Abdulgafar Alabelewi, is confirmed to be dead, and Mrs. Alabelewi died in the early hours of Sunday at about 1 a.m. in a hospital in Kaduna State following a brief illness. Confirming the incident, the NUJ chairman said his wife had died as a result of malaria. Until her death, she was a staff member of the Department of State Services in Kaduna State, and according to the family, the prayers will take place by 2 p.m. on Sunday at Asaru Islam Jumat Mosque by Lugard Roundabout, Kaduna. And the news is also well detailed on the Daily Post this morning. It says Kaduna NUJ chairman loses wife. Well, may her soul rest in perfect peace, and may the Lord bear them the fortitude to bear their loss. Now this comes to an end of newspaper headlines this morning. Make it a date with me next week again, next week Sunday by 7 a.m. to be more updated and more informed about what's going on around our society and in our community. My name remains Tolulope Awoyale. Till I come your way again next week. Have a blessed day and have a wonderful Sunday.